Welcome to You Talk, joined by Yazir Abdul Hadi and Riyaz Chowdhury.
Here we are.
Back
again.
Back with the best.
The spicy memes.
So, we weren't sure exactly what to put on today. There are several things that we wanted to talk about. A lot of things we've got planned for the rest of the year. No surprises going to given away, but so for now we're just going to talk about general things. Keep you interested. Yazir?
Yeah.
You had something you wanted to talk about.
I did, didn't I? I did. So let me just remember that thing there I wanted to speak about. I guess what I wanted to speak about was the Utah project and what it's given me, and how I see it, progressing.
What is it giving you? Yes.
As I said in the last video, I really appreciate the medium Utah has given me. I think actually particularly because there are fewer listeners, there's a very small amount. There's basically no expectation placed on me at all to produce any kind of top quality content or any kind of content which appeals to the masses. I can pretty much create the kind of content that I want to create because it's just me talking pretty much. It's just me talking, and it's good. It's good. I've become my ability to articulate myself has just improved significantly. I see it in my everyday life, and my knowledge around topics currently in the media, currently in the news, and topics that I'm interested in that I want to talk about has improved dramatically because I've taken the time to go out and research these things. Maybe not so much in season 2, but more in season 1. That's what the Utah project has given me. And what I do find beautiful about the Utah project, I keep calling it the Utah project, but what I do find beautiful about it is that it's basically just what me and you do anyway, just with a microphone involved and with about 10 people listening. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Quite right. I think you would have developed those skills anyway. But definitely it's a nice platform to bring up anything that we're interested in, so any things that we have questions about. Sometimes we bring up things we don't have no clue about.
Yeah, usually.
And sometimes that's also good because we learn about it by the end of the video.
Yeah.
We have questions by the end, and we read up or think more about it. So I think it's good. I think it's good platform to talk about things. I think we have quite a few controversial videos coming up.
Yeah.
And we're excited about them because it's things maybe we wouldn't say out loud because some people might get offended. But I think it's important things that we do need to talk about.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring up quite a few controversial ones.
Yeah.
Things might get heated between me as we have different opinions about some of those things.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one to look out for.
It's key, man. It's actually pivotal to the entire purpose of Utah that we disagree and that we talk about controversial things. If I wanted to hear people talking about the most ordinary things, I'd just turn on the news, honestly, or I'd just open a daytime talk show. The only thing that's really going to set this apart from our everyday conversations and from everyone's everyday conversations is the ability to get over the fear of talking about things which we shouldn't talk about. And why should there be things that we shouldn't talk about? I mean, in a few of the upcoming videos, the topics we're talking about are controversial, but for reasons I can't understand. Why should this be controversial? Why should talking about a subject, and just shedding light on it be controversial? I get it. People have different opinions, but people have had different opinions for hundreds of millions of years, or hundreds of and at least thousands of years. I guess something that makes it controversial is people being very opinionated and very passionately opinionated about things. But I try to always approach things with an open mind. I always assume the person I'm speaking to knows something I don't, and maybe I can learn from them. And if I ever enter a conversation with a closed mind, then what's really the purpose in the conversation? I have nothing to gain from it. Am I just there to boost my own ego and put my agenda across?
I think another perspective on that is that if we're talking about things we're not fully aware of, we can be giving ignorant comments on a topic, and that can actually be quite hurtful to someone who's quite sensitive about a topic, or to someone who this truth is more closer to home than us. you know. So I think it is important that we have some knowledge behind what we're talking about. I don't think it's ever good to talk about something we're not fully not understandable about or knowledgeable about. We have to have some knowledge about.
Controversial opinion. I actually think it's good for us to offend people. I think it's important. If I have these thoughts and these beliefs and I don't say them, but I just act them out in my everyday life, isn't that worse than me saying these things, someone disagreeing with me and us coming to a reasonable conclusion? Like, let's imagine that I met someone who was extremely racist, right? It was really, really racist. And I wanted the best for them. Would I want them to disclose the fact their racism to me so that I could help them with it? Or would I want them to internalize it and just treat me or whoever else in a horrible manner every day? Conversation is pivotal and is the only real way we can advance as a species. Communication is OP. It's OP, overpowered.
No, absolutely, you're correct. At the same time, I know some people who wouldn't want to even speak to a racist. Some people might think if one of your neighbors is known to be racist, I'm going to stay away from that person. I don't want to hear any racist thoughts. I don't want to entertain a racist.
I can appreciate that.
And some people believe they can't change certain people's minds, which maybe is true, maybe it isn't. But I can definitely understand that some people might be sensitive to certain topics, and I think it's important we appreciate that. But at the same time, we talk about it, come to understanding. We have questions. You guys, you listen, tell us what you think about it. Get back to us.
Do you think that people are just set in their ways, or do you think people can change?
I think people can change, but not without. It depends how set they are on a certain thing. If it's something to do with culture or background or something an idea they've entertained for a long time throughout their whole life, that's not changed overnight. I do think it depends on the individual, depends on the background circumstances. I'd hope that ideas can be changed, but it's known that the older you get, the more set in your ideas become. Which is expected, and there are advantages to that too.
One of the things that I think I've realized with the way people change is that most of the times where I have seen people change for the better, the change has been it's come from the inside. It's not me telling you to change. It's that can be part of it, but it's mainly you wanting to change. I had a friend who suffered from what I would call a horrible bout of depression a few months ago. I think you might know who I'm talking about in that case. And through the power of his friends and the love of his family, etc., we were able to help him out. But none of that would have been possible, absolutely zero, without his commitment and motivation to helping himself. He got his mindset right, and at that point, the things we said helped. The actions we took helped. But without his initial commitment to improving his situation, none of it would have mattered. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I get that's maybe in a slightly different tangent, but definitely, if we don't tackle the problems, if we don't tackle the differences in opinions, then they won't be changed. If a group of people had a different opinion and another group had a different opinion, if they never talk, they will stay two separate groups. But if we can share our opinions, our perspective and things, maybe we can learn from each other, and we can come to an understanding.
I also feel like hearing someone speak and really listening are different things altogether. It's difficult. It's difficult to hear someone speak and really listen to it, because we all have our agendas and what we want out of a situation. It's difficult to dissociate from that and just take in what a person is saying. And even the racists I talk about, is the racist intention just to be a horrible person for the sake of being horrible, or are their beliefs grounded in something that they've witnessed, something that they've heard, something that they've been told in their life? Everyone is the good guy in their own story. Someone told me that recently. No one sees themselves and thinks I'm an evil, conniving person. The aim is that we all get on the same page. Well, maybe it's not possible, but it's an ideal we work towards. And I see a lot between the far right and the far left. They are at opposite end of the spectrum, and they both call each other the devil, basically. What they don't realize is they have much more in common than they have different, really. They both want the betterment of their communities through organized politics and organized movements, they've both been subject to a lot of discrimination and oppression through the media and they've both been abused by politicians as the vector for their political campaigns. And at the end of the day, we all want to live in a better community for everybody. If we could get on the same page about that, then the rest of it should be easy.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess just to sum up what we've been talking about is that if you're ignorant about something, that can lead to fear of something irrationally. And that can create fixed opinions about something. So the best way forwards is to actually become more knowledgeable about it, see things from the other person's perspective. And, if we're always, walking around like we're walking in glass around certain topics, they just won't be talked about.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in with these topics. We're going to, say our opinions about them.
They're on the head, literally.
Please don't be offended. If you disagree, please let us know. Tell us about your experiences, your opinions on these matters. And
be offended.
Please,
be very offended.
Please listen on. Please keep looking out for any updates and be excited because there's a lot to come.